How tough do you have to be to serve 13 days in prison? Well, right now, actress Felicity Huffman is doing that, spending her first week at the low-security federal prison just outside of San Francisco. Is she doing what they call hard time? Exclusive details from a man who knows what it's like on the inside. Larry Levine joins me now. He's the founder of Wall Street Prison Consultants and a former federal inmate. Larry, great having you on. And as I understand, you have some details, some facts about Felicity and her time inside.
Well, let's dispel some myths that's being reported on other news media. Dublin is an FCI, Federal Correctional Institute. There's about over 1,000 women there. But then they have a minimum security, a camp, a satellite camp, which has, roughly over 100 inmates. That's where she's at. She's not behind a fence. She's not locked in anywhere. I mean, it's really, really cushy, but she's become, I want to say, a management problem for the staff. They don't know what job to give her. I mean, she's been there now a few days. Normally, you get a job the very next day. She doesn't have a job. She has to report tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. to the counseling office. And the institution has kind of put, a lockdown on information. There was a picture that was taken over the weekend at Visiting that TMZ had put on their website showing her wearing her greens, or her uniform. This was actually taken by an inmate with an illegal cell phone, and the picture got out. So what the BOP has done is they have shut down the inmates' use of the telephones, and they've shut down the inmates' use of email. And that's a really important thing as far as communication. And they're doing this because they don't want information on Felicity to get out. And
speaking of other inmates, sorry to interrupt, speaking of other inmates, how does it play that she is a celebrity and only has a short amount of time with the other inmates? I wonder if that's used against her.
Well, I don't know if she's bitching and moaning in there about the amount of time that she got, but you have people that have done serious time in high-level security prisons that have worked their way down in custody. And nobody likes short-timers that come in, whine, and complain. But she's got resentment because of her. They've shut off the phones and they've shut off the email. And that's not going to play well with the other inmates. I mean, she's not really, I don't want to say she's getting special treatment as far as that goes. She got her visits approved in only a few days, which normally could take, up to a week, 2 weeks. That's special treatment. She's living in a 4-man cubicle or 4-inmate cubicle. They're not bunk beds with 3 other inmates. And my sources actually come from staff. I have staff that work for the BOP that feed me information all the time that really hate their jobs, and they hate the BOP. So my sources are facts. It's not just based on opinion like a lot of other people. And this 13-day, 14-day thing that you're hearing about, when you check in, let's say you get arrested at 11:59 p.m. and you bond out at 12:01 a.m. the next day, you get bail, they'll count that day, that 1 minute, they'll count that as 1 day. So that's why she only has to do, 13 days there. But nobody likes a short timer that's whining and complaining.
And Larry, just a couple seconds left here, really a second. Yes or no, what would you tell Lori Loughlin to plea or not, considering what she's facing?
Well, Lori called me and tried to pretend she was somebody else back in July. And I gave her advice. I said, listen up, Aunt Becky, you made a real bad mistake not pleading out, because they're going to screw you now. They superseded you with a new indictment. I tell her that she made a mistake. I told her, you made a mistake not taking that first deal, and you need to rush to the table to the prosecutor. And don't count on Lori Loughlin getting a 14-day sentence. $500,000, multiple charges. I'd say she's looking at 24 to 30 months, and wherever they send her, hell, she may end up being there long enough to get a girlfriend. But what do I know?
Larry Levine, thank you for your input on this. You have a much better view than prison behind you. Thanks for your time. Good to see you.